It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. Coming up next.
Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Hewitt. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard's Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, and the most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Hopkins on the slant. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Running once more with Henry. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. The punt's away, and this one looking good. Angled this one for the sideline. Begins his return at the 16. And he's gonna get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. So now the Bills will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom, quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to, and just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
He's on the move. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Receiver in motion, going left. On first down, Allen. He's throwing deep to the left side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to the air, Allen. That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Jair Alexander with the stop.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Allen on 3rd and short. He's going to push one deep down the right.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Here's Jake Camarda to send it skyward on 4th down. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Pulled in along the sideline by Hopkins. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Now Jackson off the play action. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Putting a receiver in motion. Lamar throwing again. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Jackson's going to throw again. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Bills will take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Allen looking to throw. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They kick the running back in motion. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
It's Allen out of the pistol. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
2nd down. Here's Allen again. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Finds Kincaid. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Shakir in motion right. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
That kind of call right there, Kate, it shouldn't be the 3rd down surprise. It used to be 5, 10, 15 years ago. So common in teams' playbooks league-wide. But boy, is it tough to defend. And that's why they love breaking it out to reset those chains.
Allen now on 1st down. Pass complete to Cook. Oh, he lost the football. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. They're working a couple of yards past the line. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
Second and 8. Gets this to Kincaid. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. All right. right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. About to begin the second here, the Bills definitely thinking points. Again, Allen to the air. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Allen gonna throw again. Cook calls it in. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
To the air again, Allen. Complete beyond the marker. And he drives this forward to the 6. They find 7 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. To throw again, it's Allen. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal. Davis will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Buckle up, it's third and goal. Running back sent in motion. Third and goal for Allen. Flushed out of the pocket. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Bills get the game's first points here in the second. Josh Allen, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Extra point up and good for Bass. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Bass now to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he gets him around 6 there. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
This is Henry on second. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Another run for Henry. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He's got it! And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Henry will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Oh, he's taking an option left on 4th and goal. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Whether they were keyed on him expecting that run or in case of a throw, it worked either way for the defense. When the QB broke for the line, they broke with him, and they drug him down short of the sticks.
Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And that last impressive touchdown drive, now they'll have to see if they can repeat that. They're backed up again to start this one. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Davis takes it straight ahead. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
And they send a man in motion. Now Allen off the play action. Connection made to Coleman. And he's got 5, and we've got our 2-minute warning. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Pressure coming, it's Allen. He finds Kincaid. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Shakir with the grab. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Slot receiver headed left. Here's 2nd and 7. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Allen to throw on 3rd and 1. He has the 1st over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills grow their lead just before halftime. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Bass on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills double their lead to 14. Bass now to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, here's Lamar. Andrews with the catch. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 3 now. From the 47. That one complete to Hopkins. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Lamar throwing again. That's caught for the first. And they make the tackle at the 38. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Looking for a target. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Here comes the final play of our first half. On the handoff, here's Davis. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. It's halftime here in Buffalo. The Bills with the lead after 2. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report.
The Bills were led in the first half by their all-world quarterback, Josh Allen.
He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now here's the Bills offense. They've got it first to begin the third. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Allen now on first down. Finds the in route complete. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throw for Allen. Complete to Shakir. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They put a receiver in motion here left. He's able to drive that pile about a yard, giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
Allen on 3rd and short. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
The Bills with a punt team out there. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Henry. They'll cobble together a yard there. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Gets this one to Andrews. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Man in motion here. Here's 2nd and 14. Yeah, that's going to be knocked away. May have saved a completion there. And that brings us to the end of our 3rd quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you can't get the pick, at least make sure a catch isn't made. That's the job of every defender out there, and he made sure that one wasn't completed.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. This is caught inside the 15. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. They send a tight end in motion. Short side option here. He's running left. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Lamar now from the gun. This throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Jackson bails out of the pocket quick. And this one doesn't go far.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Henry. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens start the 2nd half with some needed points. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes Davis. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bills set to take over offensively. They still have the lead, but that touchdown makes it a little close for comfort. So this drive a chance to get it back up to a 2-score game. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to the air, Allen. Dumped off to his running back.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Ravens bring an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Buys time, rolling right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. Ball taken in at the 36. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And you and I both know, Brock, they, like so many teams in this league, fans of establishing the run to begin a football game. Well, I'm looking at my watch, I'm looking up at the scoreboard. We're sometime into this one now, and they still haven't been able to establish it against this defense.
Yeah, kind of like when we walk into a defensive meeting room and sit with the D coordinator, and what is his number one premise each and every week? Stop the run. Stop the run.
Yep.
Because you know if you create that kind of imbalance and you take away the run, you have a chance of playing pretty good defense like they've done.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. The screen pass falls incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Handoff headed right to Henry. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Christian Benford up to make that stop. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
One of the tight ends in motion left. Jackson now on 3rd. Forced out to his... Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly looking to generate something with his legs.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Cook trying this one up the gut. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Bills ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here he goes on the bootleg. Escapes the pocket. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up fourth down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
On now comes their punter. It'll be Jake Camarda doing the honors. He has it at the 33. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the Ravens will go on offense. New set of downs for him at the 38. The drive begins with Henry. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. He's got Andrews. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this is the punt you want every time. It bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Allen looking to throw. Gets this to Kincaid. And he's out of bounds just short of the 15.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Throwing here, Allen. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll pick up.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Allen setting up to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure, but you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
2nd and 3 now. From the 28. Finds Kincaid. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They'll try the right side with Cook. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw now, Allen. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the 4th quarter, decision-making's also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That sack, that's not going to help in that decision at all.
Looking to throw. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Baltimore running its offense out now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Gets this one to Andrews. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, here's Lamar. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Lamar. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. First and 10, here's Jackson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Lamar out of the pistol. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, And the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Working inside the red zone. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Ravens now trail by just a point in the fourth. DeAndre Hopkins the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Allen to throw. Short pass brought in. And this one does not go far. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills don't want to see this one go to overtime. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Shakir in motion right. From the 29. Shakir with the grab. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry-up. Back to throw. He lets a heater go deep. He's got it inside the 25. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills have taken the lead late. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, did they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Bass now to kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Andrews with the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Putting a receiver in motion. Here he is to throw. Hopkins on the slant. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Motioning one of the tight ends. Setting up to pass. He's got Andrews. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Lamar throwing again. This finds Likely. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Has it in close. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Jackson's going to throw again. And they pull it off. A touchdown catch in the final moments. And now overtime or a win right here are on the table. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
So here's a big play from the Ravens as they line up for 2. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They go play fake with Jackson. Headed out right. And he's going to run in for 2. Oh, they gambled the entire game on that call. And now they're in line for the win. They didn't come here today to play for no overtime, Brock. They didn't come here today to come away with a tie. They came here for the W, baby, and that 2-point conversion has them now moments away from that.
So many factors go into a big decision like that, Kate. You got to separate the emotion of it. You got to look at where your team is, and ultimately, who do you trust the most? In these huge decisions, time and again, it's all about trust to me. And this staff, well, they put the trust in that offense to go deliver, and boy, did they ever.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10, here's Allen. Complete to Coleman. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So everything comes down to this from Tyler Bass. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. The kick is good. He got it. And he drills the chip shot to win them this game. So it's the Bills who come away with the win. And it took everybody at the end. First to set up that field goal, and then for him to go out and win it with that accurate kick. It wasn't a dominating win by any means, partner, but a great show of resiliency to fight back and steal it away. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Buffalo.